comics, movies and TV shows, video games, collectibles and cosplay. With these topics combined, we are My Big Fat Pull List. By entertaining and educating our audience, we hope to give you the tools needed to save your time and especially your money. We're ready to eat out with you.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to another fun episode of My Big Fat Pull List, coming to you once again from the Toyman Toys Show here in the St. Louis area. Guys, this is like, what, our fourth or fifth Toyman show, yeah. I think, something like that.
They love us here.
Yeah, they do. What is that, Smurphy?
Five is one.
Five
is, remember, no one?
What are you talking about? Okay.
Forget it.
For those of you that are actually listening to the podcast and not watching it on YouTube, Dr. Impact is shoving a very thin-looking microphone in my face, and I really want to make a Bob Barker joke, but most of you are too young to know who Bob Barker is, so...
Have your pets spayed and neutered.
Besides, he loves it when I shove, long, thin things in front of his face,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
a family show.
Oh, right. Well, if that's the case, then we should probably get straight to the interviews.
That's right.
Let's go. Hey there, listeners. Dr. Impact here, and not only do we have a great guest for you for this segment here, but we also have some pretty awesome news for a new event coming up here in just a few days from when you're actually hearing or watching this episode. So tell everybody who you are and what the big event is.
I am Jessica Johnson with Heroes for Kids, and we have our third Heroes for Kids Comic-Con coming up Saturday, July 16th.
So, listeners out there, if you've been following the show for a while, if you caught our Bowling for Autism episode, the Bowling for Autism event that we were at was run by the Heroes for Kids organization. So this is a convention that you guys do in addition to other events.
Yes. We started this one back in 2019 after artist Rick Burchett said, you're already doing almost a Comic-Con here for Children's Miracle Network. Why not just turn it into a full-blown Comic-Con? And we did.
And you can't argue with somebody like Rick. I mean, he's great. So this is your third year. So you've got some pretty awesome guests at this show, right?
Yes, we have William F. Bell from The Walking Dead. He is one of Negan's saviors. We have Jim Henson cartoonist Guy Gilchrist. We have Pinhead himself, Paul Taylor from Hellraiser Judgment. And we have the Bronze Age Batgirl that toured with Adam and Bert, Karen Whitfield.
That's a pretty awesome lineup, especially for a convention that is only in its third year. I mean, you see a lot of conventions that try to get celebrities, and it takes a while to build up to names like that. Those are some pretty big names. So the convention is July 16th,
yes.
And let everybody know where it is at.
It is in Perryville, Missouri, at the Perry Park Center, 800 City Park Lane. It is from 10 to 5. We had VIP tickets that allowed early entrance. We had 30 of those, and they have already sold out.
Wow. Okay, guys, so you've heard that. The VIPs are sold out, so that means the event is going to be pretty big. So you definitely want to make sure that you get down there and get in when it starts after the VIP thing is done, because it sounds like it's going to be pretty packed. Where is the best place for people to find you guys online?
On Facebook, Heroes for Kids, Perryville, Mo.
All right. Just anything else that you wanna promote about either the show coming up on the 16th or just Heroes for Kids in general?
Well, again, with our show on the 16th, we are a 100% charity-based Comic-Con. All of our proceeds from this year are being split between Shriners Hospital and the Community Counseling Center Foundation.
That is so awesome, and I think that's what really drew us into showing up at like the bowling event and getting you guys on the show and all that, because you guys do so much incredibly good work for the community. So listeners, you know, if you're free on the 16th this weekend, go to the show. Go to Heroes for Kids Con in Perryville. If you can't make it, be sure to check out Heroes for Kids on Facebook and online. You know, come up to one of the future Toyman shows. You guys are always here. These guys have a great organization, and I think everybody in the community should come out and help support these guys. Jess, thanks so much. Can't wait for the show next weekend.
Yeah, I've heard that we're going to have this awesome podcast group there.
Oh, really? I guess it's not
I think
us
they're
then.
called My Big Fat Pull List.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of a pain.
That's all right.
Hey there, listeners. We've got a very exciting and special guest here to introduce you to. Let everybody know who you are as if they don't already.
Okay, my name is Rachel Basola, and I'm with Unlocked Pieces. I actually own Unlocked Pieces, and I'm on TikTok as Unlocked Pieces, and Instagram and Facebook. All of the paintings that I do are live on there. I paint live, and they're all live videos.
So you are Unlocked Pieces then?
I am Unlocked Pieces.
Nice. So it's very cool that you do your art. You do it all on TikTok while you're.
I do it on TikTok or on Facebook. But yes.
Okay, that's very cool. A couple of us here on the show are artists. I'm an artist, so I'm always very interested in that. And I love getting on TikTok and watching artists, work. I think it's just so much fun. So what is your preferred medium?
Acrylics. Actually, acrylics. Yeah.
Okay. That's painting-wise. That's what I've gotten into. I've recently started dabbling with oil pastel crayons. So listeners, keep your eye out for that. But so do you have what's your favorite subject? Like, what's your favorite subject to paint about?
Really, it just depends on my mood, but mostly anime and like comic art. I love doing those just because I'm kind of a nerd and into all of that stuff. And like if I'm watching a show or something, like I just get really pumped about it, and so I just have to like draw it and stuff. So. What
was the most recent thing that you got pumped about that you had to put down on canvas?
Attack on Titan. Let's see. Moon Knight. I just went crazy. I just binged. Once I watched one episode, I binge watched every single one of them. I was up to like 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I just had to do this painting. So I got that one here, and everybody keeps looking at it. I'm like, like I don't really want to. I didn't want to take it with me. I didn't want to walk out the door with it. I'm like, do I take it or do I go? Well, it's fine, but it's here.
So do you just sell the originals, or do you do prints of your work as well?
I just sell originals.
Okay.
I don't do prints of hardly anything. I have done some, but it would be I'm doing like 5 prints of these and 5 prints only, and I've only done that with like 3 pieces.
Gotcha. Okay, so you do your stuff online, and you've built up a following through that, and then you do shows like here at the Toyman, and you sell your stuff here. Do you sell your originals online? Is there anywhere that, if we have listeners out there who can't make it to a show but they want to get some of your stuff, is there somewhere that you can send them?
Yes, you can message me on TikTok or on Instagram at Unlocked Pieces, or on my Facebook, Unlocked Pieces. I take commissions all the time. I ship worldwide. I've shipped to China. I've shipped to Canada. So I've been kind of here and there already. So it's kind of a wonderful thing. So I can get you a piece of art.
Hey, there you go, listeners. If you really want something specific, if you want a really awesome piece of the 5 guys from my Big Fat Pull List,
Yes.
commission that, get that. Anything else that you wanted to let all the listeners out there know about?
Come down to Toyman. It's amazing here, and there's so many things that I want to buy. So
there you have it. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks so much.
Absolutely, thank you.
Well, listeners, we're coming to you again here from the Toyman Show. This is the what are we in, July? This is July. Yeah, that's right. I know we said it earlier, but I've already forgotten. This is the July Toyman Show, and obviously we usually have our regular shirts that we're selling. But Dragonus, you actually got this jersey made for my big fat pull list. So tell us a little about that jersey.
Yeah, I did. I'm a huge baseball guy, and I kind of wanted to represent the pull list, but I wanted a baseball jersey to represent it. So you see, it's got the pull list, it's got my number down there, and it's even got like my name and number on the back over here.
Guys, I got a jersey too.
Wait, no.
Why am I just ahead?
Hey there, listeners. Dr. Impact here, and I've got a very special guest with us here today. And your name, sir?
I'm Thorge.
And what is your friend's name here?
This is Sheldon. Hello, I'm Sheldon Speedy Turtle. You can follow me on TikTok. Is this okay? Can I pimp myself here?
No. By all means, Sheldon, pimp away.
Sheldon Speedy Turtle on TikTok. Follow me and my friends. This is Thorge. He is my creator and a puppeteer, not a ventriloquist. So you will see his mouth move quite a bit because usually he's hiding.
So
Tell me, I like that. Yep.
So Sheldon, I'm gonna ask you a question here first, Sheldon. So Sheldon, who is the puppet here and who is the puppeteer? Are you actually the puppet, or are you really kind of running things here?
Well, I try to run things as much as possible, but without his hand in my backside, I can't do a whole lot but just lay there and look cute. So yeah, he is a puppeteer, and but puppeteering is a two-way street.
I get that. I mean, Dragonus Prime can't really do much without my hand and his backside moving him too. So I get how that goes. Yeah. So Thor, what got you into puppetry? How long have you been doing it?
Well, at the age of like 9 or 10, my mom took me to see The Dark Crystal back in '83, and so we got home, and this is back long before there was internet, so I looked in our encyclopedias, and I looked under puppetry, and then from puppetry I went to marionettes, and then from marionettes I went to shadow puppets and things like that. So once I consumed everything we had in our home, I started going to the library, children. If you're watching, you're on the internet, you should go check out the library. The internet before technology. Yeah, words.
Libraries, for those who don't know, they were big buildings that housed books. So
and tons of knowledge that you actually have to read and not watch videos. So yeah, so I started going there and checking out as much as I could. Of course, loved all the Jim Henson stuff. Anything I could find or follow, even the marionette stuff like Thunderball, Thunderbirds and stuff like that from the UK. I would try to just find bootleg stuff of things you couldn't find anywhere else. But it was hard. I grew up in New Haven, Missouri, a little small town way out in the sticks. So it was hard. Then I got into girls when I was like 14, and girls aren't into puppetry, especially back in the 80s.
I say maybe now, but yeah, back then it probably wasn't as prevalent. Yeah.
So I kind of backed out of that, and then again, I got into cosplay and prop building and things like that in my 20s, and got back into doing a little bit of puppetry back then, and did a little bit of performing in theaters and things like that with friends. Then I joined the military. Then I was in Japan and really got back into puppetry from watching a lot of Japanese television. There's a lot of puppetry and commercials and just all around the place in Japan, which I was really surprised. And this was the late 90s, early 2000s. And then came back to the States and just fell back in love with it. Started watching things like The Bear in the Big Blue House and Between the Lions. Of course, going back and consuming all of the storyteller stuff, anything I could find from Henson Studios. Of course, all the Muppet movies, the Labyrinth, anything like that.
Sure. That's awesome. I mean, we're all huge puppet fans in general. I lived in LA for a while, and I actually, when I was trying to determine whether I was going to stay in LA or move home, the choice was either come home and make the film that I had written, or stay there and enroll in Henson Academy, and I almost did that. I almost went in that route, but I didn't. Well, all right. Well, Sheldon, I got one last question for you, sir. So, where exactly can they find you guys on TikTok? What's your official handle or at?
It is Sheldon Speedy Turtle, and you can find us on Facebook under Badger Heart Puppetry. Yes.
Well, there you have it, listeners. Go check them out. Thanks, Sheldon. Thanks, Sarge.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Hey there, listeners. Dr. Impact here, and we've got something really cool here to show you, and we got somebody here to introduce you to. So before we get into that, though, once again, if you're only listening to this on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts or one of the audio platforms, be sure you head over to YouTube, because otherwise you're not going to see this super awesome surprise that we've got for you. So before we get to that, let the listeners know, who are you and what brings you here?
So I go by Sci-Fi Diorama Guy, and so I do a lot of I'll do action figures, ships, play sets, dioramas, backgrounds, and I will make something. I'll make an actual backdrop for someone who wants to display their figures, or they want a custom figure that was never made, or like in the Star Wars universe, nothing. It's a whole used universe, right? So they want the ships to look like they're scarred up. They're basically just dinged up, dirty, used, and so I'll take the ships that look brand new, and I will weather them, and I'll just make the piece look authentic like it does in a movie.
And listeners, for those of you who don't maybe know, that's not necessarily always the easiest thing in the world. Now, in addition to doing the podcast and art and that, I'm also very heavily involved in film. I do a lot of filmmaking, both on screen and behind camera, and I've done prop making before, and I've aged things and weathered things, and it is not an easy process. So do you have any, before we get into this awesome thing, do you have any, tips or anything that you can give anybody that would want to look into that?
I would say, in this day and age, there's a lot of things you can find on YouTube. There's a lot of resources you can look on, like Pinterest, or even just Googling something. So there's so many different artists that are out there that do different kinds of customizing like I do, and you really just find your own style. And so I don't use an airbrush. A lot of guys use airbrushing for their techniques, which look great. I'm not that talented, so I can't actually do those, but I will take something and I will put different colors on it, wash them down, streak them. You can take like a wet cloth while the paint is not dry yet and make it look like it's just it's raining down, or it's just kind of sliding down, and it's just you find all the cracks and the crevices inside the different pieces where dirt would normally rest in or sit in or collect in, and just kind of make those parts the ones that are a little bit darker. But yeah, like I said, it's something that I just started doing, maybe 18, 20 years ago, and I'm learning every single day, and I learn from different artists as well. So I learn from different people who do completely different things that I do, and it's nice to get those techniques. So I would just encourage anyone who wants to do that to just start looking, or you can always ask for tips. I mean, you can always email me, give me a call, whatever. And my information will be at the bottom of the screen. All right, awesome. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's it's a very good point. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's something that we like to talk about a lot on the show, is that, there's always room for learning, and there's always room for growth, no matter what it is or how experienced you are or inexperienced. There's always room for growth. So now you've brought up a piece here, and guys, this is really cool. You guys know that I'm a huge fan of kind of pulp adventure stuff. Let us know what this is.
So this is one of the trucks from Indiana Jones. And so what I did was the backdrop here was just painted all white, and so what I did was I made it to look like real wood. So I painted in the grain itself, and I made sure that I put the paint to make it look like it was layered and old distressed wood. Basically, the truck just came all one color. I went ahead and just distressed it, made the tires kind of muddy, made the side of it kind of dirty. I took the old, there's some lettering that's been put on there. You can see some old the oil tank. All this entire thing was just basically one solid color. And so by dry brushing or just by weathering it, you can add like all the detail that you saw in the movie. So that to me, and it's so fun to do. So that to me is what makes it kind of pop and looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and let's go ahead and hold that up a little bit closer to the screen so that people can see. And it just really, really awesome, awesome work. I used to build a lot of models when I was younger, and so I got into it. I mean, look at the detail in the painting and everything. That's just so very cool. So now, when you make these, do you do these as pieces for photography, for images that you make prints of, or do you make these and then sell these, or is it just for you, just for the hell of it, just for fun?
Well, actually, all the above. So there's some things that I keep. Yeah, I have my own displays and that sort of thing. And like whenever you're going to sell something on eBay, like if somebody wants to sell something, and that they put up their figure on the kitchen table with the kids' formula and the diapers,
Sure.
that sort of thing. You're getting the same product, the same piece, but it doesn't quite enhance it. So what I will do for customers like that, I'll build like a hangar, a cave, a rock wall, or a train yard, or something to put their pieces in front of to sell on eBay, because it looks a lot more professional and it just kind of sets the mood for the piece you're selling. Other pieces I will just make for my own collection, and I'll put my figures up there to display them, to just give more of a realism to where they're like they are in the film or the TV show.
Sure. Yeah. So now I'm assuming, the website that we have up, I'm assuming that will direct people to how to order, how to find these things, how to get in touch with you. Are you on the social medias and all of that? Are you out there, or is it pretty much just go to the website?
Go to Sci-Fi Diorama Guy, and you can email me about any piece that you see or that you like, or you can email or call with any questions you might have. I also have an Instagram account, which is also Sci-Fi Diorama Guy. Okay. You can see a lot of the most recent pieces up there, and we try to get that updated a couple times a month. So if there's any piece that you're looking for, or that you'd like to do, or that you want to have, give me a call, shoot me an email, let me know.
Well, there you have it, listeners. And, Smurphy literally about 10 minutes ago was just telling me about this amazing Battle of Hoth scene that he was trying to put together. So, Smurphy, you might want to get in touch with Sci-Fi Diorama Guy and see about getting some help with that, because I know your skills ain't as good as his. Anything else that you want to share with anybody, or...
That would, I guess, about do it. I have, I'm also in a group called the 501st Legion.
Oh, yeah.
Which, for those of you who don't know, it's the largest charitable costuming group in the world. I do pieces for people in the Legion, and we get a chance to go out and do different charity events or movie premieres dressed up in Star Wars costumes. So there's one more level of the dorkdom, but I love it. It's amazing.
How about that, listeners? We didn't even know we had a 501st right here and had no clue. How about that? You're our first 501st on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day, guys.
All right, here we go, Dr. Impact. We're going to do a test on the microphone. We're checking to make sure all the audio works, and I'm hoping you can hear me and everything. Oh, hey.
The sign hit me in the head again.
Knock any sense into you?
Uh-uh.
Why do you have a cookie?
Hey there, listeners. I am here with another a great guest who has another awesome announcement. Sir, let all the listeners know who you are and what the exciting news that you got coming up.
All right. So my name is Connor Tate. I run Tater Tot Comics and Collectibles. We're actually opening a brick and mortar store in Arnold, Missouri. July 18th is going to be a soft opening, and then our grand opening is July 30th. We're really excited to get out in that area because in the Jefferson County area, there's no comic shops.
No, and I've said that for years. Smurphy and I used to work at a comic shop for a very long time, for almost 20 years, and we always said that the shop that we worked at was the furthest south in the St. Louis area. There was nothing past that, and we always thought, well, if we opened a shop, maybe we'd look in that area, but now you guys are doing it. So what was the what was the idea? Like, what was the spark? Is this something you've always wanted to do, or was it like something that came up recently?
Sure. So I have sold comic books, Funko Pops, toys online for about 3 years now. I had zero intention of going retail. I was actually very against it because I was like, I don't want to be stuck to the retail hours. I have 2 small kids at home. I don't want to do it. But we decided, you know what, we've got a lot of overstock. My house is about to explode. Let's go set up in an antique mall. We're just going to price everything dirt cheap, see how it goes. Snowballed. A couple months later at the antique mall, I was like, you know what, at this point I could probably open and run my own shop. And that's exactly what we decided to do.
That's awesome. So Tater Tot Comics and Collectibles, what is the focus going to be more on back issues? Is the focus going to be on regular, will you do a pull and a regular weekly deal with Diamond, or are you going to be focusing much more on the collectibles, the back issues, and all that kind of stuff?
Sure. So our first main focus right now is going to be back issues. So a lot of the stuff that we do have is older stock. That's with our toys, Funko Pops, sports cards, everything like that. We're almost waiting for people to come in and demand for new stuff from Diamond or Lunar or Penguin. And then at that point, we will be bringing in some new stuff if the demand is there.
You hear that, guys. So you want to get, especially if you're in that area, you want to get down there and demand that. And also, listeners, Dragonus Prime and I are both big baseball fans, as you guys know, and Smurphy's a big soccer fan, and we all love our sports as well. And sports card shops in this area seem to be vanishing. So the fact that you guys are going to have sports cards and memorabilia and collectibles there as well. I'm sure your comics are your bigger draw, but the fact that you'll have that stuff is even a bigger deal. So, okay, so will you guys be open 7 days a week? Is it a regular 7-day? Are you going to be 5-day? What's the schedule?
Yeah, so it's going to be 5 days to kind of run down and break down what our hours are going to be. So Tuesday through Saturday, it's going to be 10 to 7, nice and easy. Sundays, we will be closed. That's our time with our families. And then Monday will be by appointment only. So if we have people that want to come in to sell stuff, trade stuff, if we need to travel anywhere, Mondays is going to be that day.
I think that's pretty standard for most comic shops. So I think that makes total sense. So the soft open is?
Soft opening is going to be July 18th. That's a Monday. Technically, that's going to be by appointment only, but we will be at the shop and we will have the doors open for anybody that wants to come in.
And the official opening is?
Official grand opening is going to be July 30th. We're going to have a bunch of food catered in from a lot of other local businesses. We're going to have a couple of artists set up as well too, and we're going to be running some awesome discounts just to kind of show people who we are and what we have for them.
There you go, listeners. Those are your dates. We will definitely be there. We'll probably be shooting some stuff for our TikTok, and we definitely want to check it out. Please, by all means, get out there, support these guys, support Tater Tots Comics and Collectibles. It never hurts to have more shops, guys. Get out there. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow, well, that, listeners, that is another great show. Mr. X, where did you go during the whole show? What happened to you this time?
Breakfast burritos.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, say no more. Well, guys, thanks for coming. Be sure, to check us out, do all the follows, how all that goes, and hopefully we will see you here at the next Toyman Toy Show or at any of the other events that we talked about. So, thanks a lot, guys. Oh, what?
The sign hit me in the head again.
Go lay down.
Why do we bring him along?
What he means is you and everyone you know should subscribe, rate, and review our podcast on every app possible.